So I want you to watch Stephen Miller last night on Fox. I think this may have been from Hannity. Tell us what's really going on in America. Hit it, Stephen.
The Democrat Party has become the party of terrorists and illegal aliens. That is the Democrat Party of today.
The Democrat Party has become the party of terrorists and illegal aliens.
Who does it sympathize with? Who does it fight for? Who does it move heaven and earth to protect? Illegal alien gang members and foreign terrorists.
Right? Like who our congressman, congresswoman, two members of Congress and a senator just went down to visit the pro-Hamas students down in Louisiana. That was their priority. Did they go to Mass and Cass? Did they go to Brockton? No.
President Trump is leading a party for Americans, for all Americans, for American citizens. That's who he's fighting for. And he's doing it with a determination and a passion and a focus and a commitment we've never seen before. Let's talk just briefly about Train de Aragua, the vicious gang that drills holes in people's hands, chops off their fingers, murders them in cold blood, a gang that, based on information that has been discovered by FBI, is even plotting assassination attempts inside the United States of America. In just the last few weeks, President Trump has found 300 ringleaders and top members of the Train de Aragua terrorist organization. They are the ones that are now in Texas awaiting deportation under the Alien Enemies Act, stymied by judges. But, Sean, they're going to get deported. They're going to get sent home. President Trump found them.
Which is exactly the opposite of what our congressional delegation wants and our entire Democrat Party MS. They want these people in your communities. They're fighting for them.
100 ringleaders and top executives of that terrorist organization in just the last couple of weeks. That is his level of determination, while the Democrat Party is flying around the world defending gangbangers and terrorists.
Bingo. Thank you, Stephen. You win the prize. You win the gold star. That is the truth. That is the truth. The entire Democrat Party left-wing establishment is doing everything they can to defend and keep these people here in your community. Here's a post from Steve Robinson from the Main Wire. Big fan, Big Steve 207. Tonight at Bowdoin College, stop the deportation machine. A panel discussion moderated by Shear. She's the assistant professor of sociology at Bowdoin College. This panel will expose the Trump administration's escalated war on migrants through mass raids, deportations, and expanded travel bans. That's their priority, not safety for you in your street, on your home, at your school. No. That is not the priority of the Democrat Party. That is not the priority of the Democrat. The party wants to protect the people who just invaded our country. If you came into our country illegally, they are for you. And especially if you're a criminal dealing drugs, they are especially for you. Or if you're a pro-Hamas terrorist sympathizer, oh my God, they are really for you. The Democrats will fly to Louisiana to go talk to you. We just heard that, and the Herald is reporting that ICE is planning a new operation in Massachusetts. Why they leaked word of this second surge, I have no idea. That doesn't make any strategic sense to me. I don't know why you would leak that we're coming. I don't know why they leaked it. No idea. Other than like, oh, maybe we're dealing some politics here when we shouldn't be. Maybe a little bit better with the operational details, ICE. You know, maybe you don't want to tell them in advance you're coming. But our U.S. attorney, Leah Foley, her specialty is drug cartels. Her specialty is drug cartels. And what is ICE doing now? ICE is going to coordinate with the U.S. attorney, Leah Foley, and appointed by Trump, and target drug dealers here in Massachusetts. The Herald has the story. He said the surge being planned by DHS, FBI, will focus on fentanyl traffickers. The drug is a weapon of mass destruction that's found from Wellesley to Dorchester, said Todd Lyons. It's a huge public safety concern. Why would you not want to take that threat out of the community? Lyons referred to a report from the Boston Police Department called Heroin Overdose Report that said of the dealers that were dealing fentanyl or Class A drugs, 65% were foreign-born, and of those, 84% were from the Dominican Republic. Dominican drug traffickers will use identities stolen from Puerto Rican driver's licenses, Puerto Rican individuals. They'll steal the driver's license and traffic the heroin and the other Class A drugs through Dominican-controlled organizations. Lyons said sanctuary cities are missing the point, and ICE needs, at the very least, a heads up when an illegal immigrant criminal is being let out of jail or being bailed, right? So remember, the Lund decision from 2017 says that you can't hold somebody in a Massachusetts jail longer than the judge orders. You can't keep somebody there for no legal basis. But it doesn't prevent the court or the sheriff or whomever calling up and saying, hey, ICE, we have this person who you're looking for. We're going to process his paperwork. He should be out of here in about 2 or 3 hours. Do you think you could beat him in the parking lot? There's no law against that. Jack, why doesn't it happen? It happens occasionally, but effectively, we are a sanctuary state, and the word's gone up or down from Maura. No, you're not supposed to do that. Fortunately, we have a handful of sheriffs, like the sheriff here in Plymouth County and like the sheriff in Worcester County. Fortunately, we have a handful of sheriffs who actually do take the initiative and cooperate with ICE. Thank you for doing that from time to time. Good for you. But the message has been sent that we're not going to cooperate. Understand that when you have the Lund decision only says we can't hold you more than you would otherwise be held. The Lund decision does not in any way, shape, or form prohibit some type of affirmative outreach to the federal government. Say, hey, we got somebody you might want. It doesn't prohibit that. Only the policy set forth by the Democrats prohibits that. Let's be crystal clear. Yesterday, or the day before, ICE arrests, removes Dominican alien charged with drug crimes and assaulting a police officer in Massachusetts. How many times? Stop me if you think you've heard this one before. Nothing's changed. Nothing will. Or is this like what's that, an REM song? It never ends. It seems like it never ends. And you know what? This reminds me of this old. I remember one time when I was on the Mid-Cape Highway, secretly listening to Rush Limbaugh in the very early 90s, because I was a Democrat back then. So I'm driving my Volkswagen Beetle, which I wish I still had. And I'm driving down the Mid-Cape Highway, and he's talking about the LA riots. I may have told you this story before. He's talking about the LA riots, and he said, this won't stop. This is like at the height of the LA riots. And he says, this won't stop. And I'm like, ooh, it won't stop? What do you mean it won't stop? And he's like, this will not stop. This must be stopped. It must be stopped. It's not going to stop on its own. You have to meet force with force. This insanity must be confronted and stopped affirmatively it will not stop on its own. In fact, if we do nothing, it will only get worse. I remember that moment in the Mid-Cape Highway where I started to become okay, now I get it, right? I still remember that was 35 something years ago.